all of that one. Mhm. And with regards to the corrections, yes, I'm sorry, it is in the answer keys. Anyways, maybe I misclicked. Anyways, I'm really double checking, no, before encoding it. Yes po. All right. Also, I would like to open up. Do you have any concerns with regards to the exam? None. Okay po ha. All right. So I would like to open as well with regards to the students, no? Um, Students who didn't pass, no? Who didn't pass on my subject even once. And we talked about this one since day one po. No, so with regards to the time, no, it's one of my house rules. Time, passing late, though I'm giving considerations po. No, knowing that I'm giving considerations this first quarter, this previous first quarter, no. Um, what I expect last time is, even though I gave consideration, what I'm hoping that time is you pass. You pass the things, even once. But then, I just don't know, no? I just don't know why are you having a hard time to answer. Though yes, there are some students really saying me and opening up, and I have no I don't have problem with that one. And as I say, no, I'm really open. I'm just wondering why are the others like didn't even pass even one thing, no? And we talked about this one already. That sabi ko nga, if gusto mo ng pagbabago, gumawa ka ng pagbabago. And every actions that you will do is your choice. And every actions that you will do, there is a result. So if you choose of if you this way, okay. If you choose not to pass, no? If it's your choice not to pass, well, it's my choice not to give you grades. So when in, when the time comes, when it's giving of grades already, wag niyo akong hahanapan. Kasi pag hinanapan niyo ako, hahanapan ko kayo. Malinaw? Okay ha? Nagkakaintindihan. Okay. Madali akong kausap. And I'm not that selfish in giving grades. And maybe some of you will get shocked because I know that usually in first grading, your grade is like this. Then second grading, it will be level up. Then third grading, level up. Fourth grading, level up. And for those who will be receiving, maybe you will see your card, it's really high. Well, you deserve that one. No, you really deserve that one, knowing that you have few mistake, like one, two mistake in every activities, exam. No? She really deserved. He really deserved. Okay. And with that, I hope, even though I gave you that kind of grades, no, I'm not really expecting because you know uh, having this kind of quality, I cannot really say that all all of the times that you will be uh, uh, listening to my discussion. It's just the same what you did before. What I'm saying is, please try your best to continue what you did in the first quarter. No, what you performed in the first quarter, please be constant. No, and panatilihin yung yung tinatawag na progression, no? Okay po? Hindi tayo pa urong. Okay? And again, you really deserve that one. Whoever are you really deserve that one. And for those students who have concerns with regards to the grades, again, pag hinanapan niyo ako, hahanapan ko kayo. Nagkakaintindihan? All right. So for those who did, I did give, no, even though I'm not really telling that you didn't perform well because I really did see. Huh? Uh, Really, all of the grade 10 really performing well, no, and I'm really happy with that one. Though there are some rants and your journals makes makes my little storybook for my bedtime story, like, sir, ipaparewrite mo pa ba to? Mga ganon. Sir, mahina boses mo. Yes, I really appreciate those concerns, no? And really give appreciation for them. And also for those students who really felt down for themselves in terms of math. What I said in the first place, I don't really expect that all of my students will be good at math, isn't it? And as I said last time, even I didn't want math, no, but I don't know why I end up math. Maybe it's just that the more you hate, the more you love. But in that case, with regards to the journals, I really appreciate those students, who are giving their uh, real thoughts. And maybe some of you, it might be rant, but for me, I would really appreciate because it is your voice. And I want that I'm hearing your voice, your sides as well. No, because I don't want, maybe you got used to this one. No, teachers are like some of the teachers. I'm not really preferring all, but sometimes there are some teachers like just one-sided. No, so that with the journal itself, I really appreciate those people. Okay, all right, okay. Um, okay, let us just check. No, is my audio clear? Is it loud or a bit soft still? Alright. Oh no, may mga concern. Okay sana yung turo talaga, pero mahina daw boses. Alright. And even the writings. That's why even in the first place, no, I did say pardon with the writings, no. And for those people who are saying like, for me to buy pen tab, though I really have one, but I don't know where is it. I'm finding since last year that Penta. It's really long time ago already. But anyways, no. With regards to that one, with your section, because we will be having our face to face already at third grading, so let us bear with this kind of scenario. And I know that we can push all of this and cope with the things that we need to do. Okay po? Alright. So, grade 10, are you ready for our next quarter? Alright. Are you ready po? Sige po. Please type in the comment section if you are ready or not. Sige po. Let me see your comments. Sige. Kailangan pa ba ng warm up? Sige. Kailangan pa ba ng warm up? Alright. 50-50. Okay. Oh. Coming from Pawi. How about the others po? How about, okay? Di sure, di mo sure. Yung iba dyan. Hmm. Sige po, ganito ha. Alright, so before we proceed with the lesson itself, as I said a while ago, we will be going back a little bit with the exam. No, I did see some improvements, really big improvements, coming from the long quiz. No, because from the long quiz, I did ask you to put the formula, given, solution, answer. That's four, isn't it? Formula, given, solution, answer. So in the exam itself, I really did see a lot of you improve, no? And one thing concern as well, they really improved. There is a given, there is a equation, but the solution, I don't know what just happened, no? I don't want to really push uh, the things that you really lacked or saan kayo mahina. But let us try to go back with what are the with this one ha. What are the this one? What are what are the parts of Cartesian plane? All right. So let's just go back with this one, ha? Okay po, walang nagkakamali. Sige po. Because all of the topics that we will be dealing, circle, parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, all of that, there is the things that we need. All right. So if this is our Cartesian plane, all right. So this is our x-axis. Okay po, ha? Wala pong malilito. Because as I saw your grades, no, it really fell down just because of your exam, your long quiz, no. So let us try to fix with this second grading po. Okay. All right. So this is your y-axis, isn't it? All right. So if you have, like for example, this r. All right. Wait. 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 4, 7. All right. So if I did point, no, if I did plot a point in here, okay, what will be the coordinates? If we say coordinates, yung location ng point. All right. So may I call on Luis Cruz? All right. So Luis Cruz, may I have your answers po? Mm-hmm. Luis Cruz, would you mind to open your camera po? Sige po. Isn't it that we had this exam and all of us are having this open cam? May you open your camera, Luis Cruz, now? And one thing as well, going back to the regulations that we have in our school, if you don't have, if you're not opening your camera, okay, you know it already, ha? Sige po, Luis Cruz, are you here with me, Luis? You're not here with me? I'll be kicking you out. Sige po. All right, next. Renz Santos. Let us try those students who are not opening their camera. Renz Santos. Sige po, ha. Not answering with my questions? Sige. Tanggalin natin. Renz Santos. Are you here with me, Renz? Sige, tanggalin natin. Carl Dingal. Are you here with me po? Carl. For the last call, Carl, Kevin, Dingal. Sige, tanggalin din natin yan, ha. Welcome back, Renz. What's your plan?
Sir, ano po? 3, 4.
Again? Renz? Renz Santos.
Sir, excuse me po. Si Carl Kevin po, he lost connection po.
Sige. Don't you have an audio? Because I'm speaking with you po. Isn't it that we had this exam and all of us are having this open camera po? Alright. So it's 3, 4. Sige po. I'll be accepting that one, ha? Sige. Tanggalin natin mga hindi sumasagot. How about this one? If we plot the point in here, what will be the coordinates? Sige po. Ano pong plano natin, Kevin? What's our plan, Kevin? Still not? Sige. How about Denzel? Who's Denzel? 5. Would you mind to open your audio if you are speaking? Ha? Sige, ha? So, with that 5, there you go, ha? Did you notice something with your answer? Maynard, would you mind to clarify what's with the answer of Denzel? Yes po.
The negative po.
Negative. So, what are the negatives? Yes po. So, it should be -5 and -5. So, in this coordinates, we have the x-intercept. What is our x-intercept? If we plot a point in here, if we plot our point in here, what is our x-intercept? Would you mind to answer, Maria? Austria. Austria?
Sir, what was the question po? It was lagging.
Okay. So, if I plot the point in here, what will be the x-intercept po?
-3.
-3. So, our y-intercept is
5.
5. Okay. So, I hope that it is clear if we have coordinates, isn't it? For example, it's -3 and +5. No. So, our coordinates, we have the x and y. Okay? All right. So, how about in increments? This is the thing. Because 30% of your section, not in your section, all of the grade 10, no? 30% of all the grade 10 having this connections with this one, no? What is the formula of increments po? Sige po, Lavares.
Sir, what again? Kaka-join ko lang po ulit.
What is the formula of increments?
Ano po, x2 minus x1 po.
X2 minus X1. What is that one? Ay, sorry.
For x increment.
X increment. Okay. O, next. Ano pa meron po? Ganyan. Sige po. X2, X1. Is it like that? It's not. O, Zyril is hindi siya sumasangayan. Sige po. What it should be, Zyril?
X sub 2 minus X sub 1.
Okay. So, no. It should be X sub 2 minus X sub 1. Also, in your journal, I just saw like putting X then 1. It is not like that po. Okay? Sige po. So, this is for the delta X, or we could say the change of place for the X. Okay? Always remember, in increments, it should be the sub 2, no, or the second point that we have, minus the first point. Okay? Even in the delta Y. Okay? Why are we going back to this one? Because if you have this wrong increments, you cannot answer the slope. Okay? And slope is very important. No? So for example, if you have a slope from the origin up in this point, okay? All right? So what if our subject, our lesson is all about circle? So how are you going to find the slope if your formula or your formula in increments is wrong? So doon pa lang, dali ka na. So zero lahat yun. Isn't it? All right. So that's why I'm saying that all of the formulas are really important. Okay? So the things that we tackled in the first grading are the basic concepts in dealing in calculus. All right. So let us proceed with our main lesson. Okay? Are you ready? So our lesson for today is about connect sections. No, so starting with the circle. So from here, with your section, who would like to define what is a circle? All right. So from your own words. Sige po. Would anyone would like to volunteer? Sige po, would you mind to press the raise hand button if in case? Sige po. Kate. Sige po. Would you mind to try? Sige lang, try lang po tayo.
It's a round shape with no edges nor side. Sides.
Yes po. Alright, so it's correct po. Thank you for that one, Kate. Alright, Kate, would you mind to call somebody else from the voice? Sige po. Yes, would you mind to call somebody else from the voice? To recite? Sige po.
Nathaniel, alam po.
Nathaniel. Alright po, yes, sige po. From your own words, how would you define a circle?
Sure me po, right?
Yes po.
Circle po is a shape with no point po.
With no point. Alright. So from the definition of the two students, no, I would really accept their opinions, no, and their sides. Now let us define what would be a circle. Now, so from the definition from Kate, it is really correct that it is a shape that has no ends, no, or sides, isn't it? Okay. And also, okay lang daw, yes po. Then, and also, I would like to clarify, no, I would like to clarify once again with the thing that Nathaniel, no, in this section, in this class, I would really accept if we have mistake, I would accept. If we have correct, I would accept po. We are here to learn, okay? Now, with the thoughts of Nathaniel, I would like to clarify something, because if I did put this one in the exam, like, the answer is not that one. Why? I would like to I would like to go back with the definition of a line. What is the definition of a line? It is composed of points, isn't it? So we cannot make a straight line without a point, isn't it? So ibig sabihin, maraming point yan. So sa sobrang dami niya, nakakabuo siya ng straight line. And even though in the form of circle. Now, so we could define as well that circle is composed of curved line, no? With the composition of points. Okay po? Sige po, Alright. So, circle, ayan, it is a geometric definition, relies on a cone and a plane intersecting it. So, if you have a plane, so what is a plane? For example, you have a sheet of paper here, isn't it? Then, if you have a cone below, okay, this is your cone, and you cutted the cone, okay? Kumbaga, ito yan. For example, this is the one, Then, meron kang plane dito. So, yung nag-intersect siya dito, kumbaga yung butas dito, okay, this one, in my camera, this one, and this one, there is a hole, isn't it? So, it forms a circle po. Okay? From the plane itself, if we have this plane that intersect, no, to through a cone. Why is it cone? What is the shape of a cone? So from the cylindrical, no, it goes into the form of like what do you call this one? Paliit. Parang ganun, no? So in a funnel way, no? And in that way, from the cylindrical itself, with the volume, isn't it that you encounter geometry already, no? So we have this plane surface, no, volume, no, and if we had that kind of volume, if we cutted that cone, we could create a circle. Okay po? Alright po, no? So in algebraic definition, a set of points in the plane that are equidistant from a fixed point on the plane or the center po. Okay po? Alright. So I want you to remember this one po, no, sa circle. Alright? So we have, what is the parts of a circle? We have, of course, the center itself. No, again, we cannot form a circle without a center. Okay? Because if you don't have a center, it wouldn't be a circle at all. Okay? So, aside from circle, we also have this what you call radius. Or maybe you forgot this one already. So, in the circle itself, this is the circle, isn't it? All right. So, our center here is this one. And our radius, if you define radius, radius is the segment from the center to the outer line of your circle. Po, alright. If we say a segment, isn't it segment? If we define segment, it is composed of 2 points, no? 2 points that are connected. Okay po? Kumbaga, it is a line, but it has 2 ended points. That is a segment. Now, what is array? What is array? Isn't it that ray is from a point, then comes to an infinite line po. Isn't it? But a line is symbolized with this symbol po. No, if you will see, a line is an infinite line po. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin line, forever siya, kumbaga hanggang dulo siya. But if we have 2 points, 2 endpoints, that's what you called a segment. And if you have 1 point, then you have an ending, walang katapusan na linya. That's what you call ray. Now, if we have this radius, we have radius here in our circle, okay? So, it shows that it has the segment coming from the center to the outer side of the circle, all right? So, if you will see, isn't it, in the Cartesian plane, we have what we call origin. What is our origin? All right, so if we are going to identify what are the parts of Cartesian plane, isn't it that we have the x-axis, the y-axis, and we have the origin. Ibig sabihin ng origin yung pinakagitna. And what is the coordinates of the origin? It is 0 and 0, isn't it? Okay po. All right. So in this place, in dealing circle, I want you to remember this one po. Okay, when we are in circle, the center of a circle will be transformed into the values of h and k. So, isn't it that we have x and y? Okay po? Okay, that is a coordinate, isn't it? So, if we plot a point in a Cartesian plane, for example, this is your Cartesian plane, we plot a point, we have a coordinate with representation of x and y, isn't it? But in circle, I want you to remember, if we plot the center, okay, the center point of a circle, we represent the center of a circle as h and k. Okay po? Kakaintindihan? Sige po. I'm trying to give you the complex but easiest to remember. Okay po? Alright. So, now, knowing what is the representation for the center of a circle, okay, meron tayong h and k po. Isn't it? Now, from the h and k, we are going to consider as well the outer side of the circle, which is x and y. Okay po? Now, ano pong ganap ni x and y? Later on, you will know what is it. Isn't it we have this change in value? Okay, that's the increments, isn't it? So later on, you will see what is it po. Okay? Alright. So, we are going to remember. Now, let us try to remember what is our distance formula. Because, if you will see, for example, no, we have the radius. And from the radius, if you are going to, if I will be asking you, what is the radius of a circle? Oh, so what are you going to do if you don't know what's the formula of radius? Isn't it, for example, this is your line. And if this is your coordinate, isn't it? And this is your x sub 2. For example, x sub 1, x sub 2, then y sub 2, y sub 1, isn't it? Then what are you going to do in order for you to get that one is with the distance formula, isn't it? Okay. So, aside from this distance formula, this is one of the, what you call this one, basis in order for you to get the radius itself. No, so how are we going to get that one, Sir Joy? So in order for us to know what is the formula of the radius, maybe you will be telling me, sir, why is there separate formula for radius, and why we don't just get the formula for distance? So in radius, because it distance is just meant for getting the distance of a point to another point. But in radius, it defines with the distance from the center to the outer part of the point, the outer part of the circle. Because that's why in radius, from the center to the outer part, it defines the totality of the degrees of the circle. Okay po? Alright, so having the distance formula, we could substitute the values of the center and the outer part po. Okay? So what is our center? Our center point is H and K. Okay po? H and K. So we are going to substitute the values of the first point. First point tayo, no, yung mga meron x sub 1, y sub 1. Okay? Alright po. Okay. Ang pagkuha, once again ha, ang pagkuha is from left to right po. Okay? Alright. So, after substituting the values of the center, okay, always remember that it is the change of x and change of y. Okay? Therefore, it should be a subtraction, because I just saw in the exam there is a student using addition. I don't know why that student using addition. Okay, then this one goes to subtraction. All right, so I want you to remember that the increment should be subtraction. Then in the distance formula, we add the two increment, then we square it both. Okay. And in squaring this one, I did mention this one already. Like, if you are going to deal with the radical sign, isn't it we have PEMDAS? Okay? We prioritize all those expression in the parentheses first. Okay? Pagka nag-parenthesis tayo, parenthesis muna. Tapos, after ng parenthesis nyo, wag nyong pinagpa-plus nyo agad eh, kahit meron pang square. Square muna. Isn't it? P, parenthesis, then E exponent. Isn't it? So, after the parenthesis, you deal with the exponents, then the division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. That's it po. Okay? And one thing in mind as well, ha? If you have, for example, you have 4 squared plus 9 squared, radical, ha? What happened is, it became like this, 4 squared plus, radical of 9 squared. I don't know. Oh my God. So what are you going to do? You will not separate them both. Okay? So what are you going to do is to deal with them inside the radical form. Okay? Yan, nagiging mali dun sa may long quiz po. Okay? Sige po, ha? Alright, so now we get this one, no, from the distance formula. We substitute the center, isn't it? Now, this will be the standard form, not general form, ha? Because I will be teaching you what is the general form, type of that one. This is the standard form. I want you to take note of this one, ha? Standard form. Copy this one already. Okay, this is the standard form. Alright, so I will go next na po, ha? Sige po. Alright, so these are the items, no, items referenced on the graph of the circle. Now we have the center, of course, okay, which is H and K, and the radius itself. Now, I want you to have this formula as well, no? That we have the formula of the equation of a circle when the center is in the origin. And a formula when when the center of a point is not in the origin. It means, no, pag ang center ng circle mo is nasa origin, ito ang gagamitin mo, ha? If the center of your circle is not in the origin, so therefore, ito gagamitin. Nagkakaintindihan. Okay po? Alright. So that is the basic formula. Sir, can you go back one? Sige po, ha? This is not this way. This one, ha? Yan na po. Sige po. Now, going back. If we have this center at the origin po and center at point C, okay? So, we say C because it comes from the change. If we say change of value. That's why, if we have the center in the origin, kumbaga dun sa may origin talaga, nawala siya dun sa origin, that's why it becomes or transformed to the change of value. Now, let us try to deal with an example. Okay? Alright, so if I will be giving you, if I will be giving you an equation, circle, how are we going to graph a circle po? Anyone? No one? Sige po, ha? Now, would you mind to recite to me what would be the formula of the circle when the point is in the center? Madeline. Yes po, Madeline. Madeline, Claire. Yes po, you. Sorry. Okay, ha. Next time, ha, because I will be giving you some kind of activities wherein audio is recorded po, ha, sooner or later. Okay? How about you, Gian? Sige po. Go, Gian.
Center at origin po, right?
Yes po, origin.
So, r squared equals to x squared plus y squared po.
Alright. So this is the formula of the center when it's in the origin po. Okay? Now, isn't it that in the point slope, if you will remember, in the point slope, when we have x plus y, what is the values of the x-intercept? Isn't it that we get first with the 0? Isn't it? Because we don't have a partner of it. If we will be going back. Okay? So if you will notice, our center here is 0 kasi wala naman siyang, this one, ha, wala siyang value na kasama. Isn't it? So for the standard form, if we will be going back, what is the standard form? The standard form is r squared is equal to the radical, isn't it? Yes. Okay? So this is the one, ha? So let us just to dismiss the radical sign. So let us have this one. X sub 2 minus x sub 1, isn't it? Plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Now, we will be changing this one to h. We'll be changing this one to k. Now, what will happen here if your center is 0? So, we will be having x minus 2. Isn't it? Please correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Yan. Ayan. Alright. So, if we will be having this one, it will be x minus 0, okay, plus y sub 2 minus 0. Okay, so if it's 0, ano makukuha mong sagot? Siyempre, yun pa rin. Wala ka namang binawas. Isn't it? So, the one that will be left is x sub 2 plus y sub 2. Okay po? Sige po ha. So, we will be falling out for this type of formula po. But knowing that it is squared, isn't it? So it has a square. Okay? Do not forget this one, ha? Because from the formula of the center of point, isn't it? The formula of the circle or the equation of the circle when the point is at C, the formula is r squared is equal to x minus h. R squared is equal to x minus h, okay, squared, plus, okay, plus y minus k squared. So this is the thing. Why you might ask me, sir, bakit ang dami mo naman sinusulat na x and y? No. So there is a difference. You will tell me, sir, bakit ganun? Ito, wala siyang y sub 1. Ito, ay meron siyang mga x sub 2. Yung mga ganyan, sub 2. Isn't it? There's the point that I said a while ago. For example, don't mind this given. For example, isn't it that if this is your point, no, or your center, and you have another point here, so this is your center, isn't it? So this will be your point 1. Okay. Now, if this is your point 1, this is your point 2. Okay, point 2. Now, knowing that we change or we transformed the representation in the center as HK, now we won't mind the sub 2. Kasi isa lang naman siya, wala naman ng ibang x, tama? So, what we have in here is the HK and x and y. So, wala naman, hindi na siya x tsaka y, di ba? Kasi naglalagay lang tayo, we are just putting sub 2, sub 1 if there are two values of x. Okay? Para hindi tayo malilito, ha? Okay, we are just putting sub 1, sub 2 in order for us which one is the first point. Okay? Now, knowing na hindi na nga siya na first point and tin-transform na natin yung representation niya as HK, so we could simply tell that HK and X and Y. Okay? Now, going back to the slide a while ago, now, we could say that, I will just erase this one, ha? We could say that X sub 2 is just simply X, okay? X squared, okay? Plus Y squared. Okay? Or we could just say this one. You know? Okay? Okay po. Malinaw na tayo, ha? Bakit naging ganon? Alright. Now, going back. How are we going to know what if I ask you? Having the formula a while ago, which is r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. If I ask you, what will be the center? Okay, center. What will be the radius? Radius. Okay. In this part, what will be our center? Once again, the center is, sige po. Who would like to answer po? The center is John Arquelita. Sige po. This is the basic one po, ha. I'm just checking. John, class number 2? Yes po.
Sir?
Yes.
Robert po.
What will be the center? The one that I'm asking always is the basic one and the obvious one. Okay? What will be the center?
Center, sir?
Center.
Origin po, 0.
Sige ha, 0 ha. Sige po. So the center is 0 and 0, isn't it? Now, what is our radius? Sige po. Let us try Lara. Let us try po. Sige. Go, Lara. Yes, Lara. Lakata. Sige po. As of your login. Hmm. Would you mind to help? Sige po, ha. Let us try Sarah Marie. Sarah, sige po. Would you mind to turn on your audio and look at the camera?
Hi, sir.
Sige po. What is the request po?
I don't know po eh.
You don't know. Sige. Sige. Would you mind to call Sarah among the girls? Sige po. Tawagin si sister. Sige. Among the girls?
The other Sarah na lang po.
The other Sarah, who's that one? Class number? Denise. Sige po, 42. Okay, Sarah, go.
Is it 9 po ba or do we still need to square root so it will be 81? 9 or 81?
Okay. So, this is the values of, isn't it? For example, okay. For you not to be confused, going back to the Pythagorean theorem. So, we have c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, isn't it? So, if you have the values of 36 here, and 25 here, and 16 here, what will be the C? What will be the A and B? Akira Denica, would you mind to give?
Sir, what's the question po again?
Lagyan nyo ng intro sa akin yan, no? Sige po. The question is, ibahin nyo naman intro nyo sa akin. Sige. The question is, if this is our Pythagorean theorem, kasi mahaba tayo lagi. If this is the Pythagorean theorem, we have c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. And the values of b squared is this one, no? Now, may I tell you what are the values of a, b, c? What? I did give the answer already. Didn't you notice? Who would like to answer? Sige po. What I said, again
Sir, I'll answer na po, sir.
Sige po. What's that one?
Sir, the 16 is equals to 25 plus 36 po.
Okay, yes po. But what is the values of A, B, C? You didn't notice what I said? Again again, this is the Pythagorean theorem, which we have c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, isn't it? Okay? Now, the values of b squared is 36, the values of a squared is 25, and the value of c squared is 16. Then what is the value of a, b, and c? What did you notice? This one isusulat ko na. I will give you a tip in math, no? In order for you to get the 50% of your solution is to write the given. Okay? So writing the given, if you have b squared, the value is 36. We have a squared. The value is 25. If we have c squared, c squared, the value is 16. Okay? Get na? Ayun yung sinabi ko. Now, my question is, what will be the value of A, B, and C? Ano napansin nyo sa given, tsaka dun sa hinahanap ko? Itong mga to. What? Okay. Sige po, Abigail, what did you notice?
Sir, they all correspond to the kalinya nila. Yes?
Okay.
Kaposition po nila.
Okay. What is our given po, Abigail?
16 equals 25 plus 36 po. That's our
Okay.
given po.
Okay. From the values of the variables, ano po yung variables natin?
Yung c squared equals a squared plus b squared po.
Naka-square, no? But the thing that I'm asking is, naka-square siya, hindi? Hindi. So, anong gagawin natin? Kung hinahanap lang natin yung bilang, para tanggalin yung square, anong gagawin natin? Sige po. B will be equivalent to 36 divided by 2. Square root. Okay, gets na po. Now, what is the square root of 36? Sige. Oh, 6. Okay, 6. Sulat natin. How about the B, 25? We have 5, isn't it? How about in I'm sorry. So we have, please wait ha. In letter C, we do have 16. So the square root is 4. Okay? So in B, we do have 6. And letter A, we do have 5. Okay? Gets na po. That is the value of the single variables po. Okay? Now, my question is, buburahin ko ha. In this part, if you have r squared, what will be the value of our radius? Balik na tayo dun sa original na tanong ha. Because if we manage to answer this one, all of the items will be identified in an easy manner po. What will be the answer? Going back to Sarah Marie. 3. The answer is 3. So it is correct. Now, one thing also ha, if I ask you to solve this one, what are you going to show is the formula, of course, the given, and the graph. Okay? Okay. How are we going to graph this one? Of course, by having the center. Where is the center? Our center is in here. Okay? Plotting that one ha. And how about the radius? Isn't it? That's the distance. So from the center itself, saan yung center mo dito? So you have 3. No, from the radius. So you will be having 1, 2, 3. So this is your point. Okay. Now, next, you will be having 3 in each side of your center. That's why x squared and y squared. From the y-intercept, you have 2 ends. Okay. Paano po naging 3? Sige po ha, ulitin ko. Now, the value of r squared is equal to 9. Okay? Now, hinahanap lang natin si r. So, ibig sabihin, hindi natin kailangan si square. Ano gagawin para matanggal si square? Isi-square root natin, isn't it? So, matatanggal na si x na po. So, ma-square root po natin sila parehas. Okay? Okay. Sige. Alright. So, in this part, we do have radius of 3. Now, the question is, this is the question during in my high school even, no? Alright. Again, paano po nag-0, 0, ha? This is the given eh. Knowing that this is the given, isn't it? X squared plus y squared. Tama? Now, ano yung change of value niya? Meron ba siyang kasama? Mula dun sa standard form. Ayun yung in-explain ko kanina eh. Okay? Ito yung standard form. Babalik tayo ha. Ito yung standard form. This way. Dito Nathaniel ha. If this is our standard form, okay ha, balik lang tayo. Now, this is our center, isn't it? Okay. Pagka naging 0 yan, naging 0, palitan mo, x is minus 0, okay, squared, plus y minus 0 squared. Ano magiging sagot? Gets na po? Na? Okay na? So x minus 0, the answer is x, isn't it? So magiging x squared. Also, dito, sa y minus 0, magiging y squared. Gets na po? That's why it becomes like this, sa center of origin. Okay? Now, going back in here. Now, itong tanong na to is common for the high school, most especially in grade 10 really. No? Bakit merong square sa x and y? Okay? Yun yung tanong ha. Bakit merong square sa x and y? So knowing that you have 2 endpoints in your x, for example, you have positive and negative. So the radius, you will be inputting to the both ends, to the positive and negative. Okay? So we will be having 3 to your positive and 3 to your negative. Now, you have y as well. I know, y squared. So you will be inputting the radius 3 as well. Okay po? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, if this is your endpoints, I know it's time already ha. O, kalma mga besh. This is your endpoints, isn't it? Now, what are you going to do is to connect all the outer part. Okay po? And with that, you will be having your circle. Okay po tayo? Nagkakaintindihan? Okay? Now, eto madali na rin to. Kasi ang gagawin na natin, kukunin na din natin si center, si radius. Sasaglitan ko lang to ha. Kasi nakita ko rin sa journal yung isa sa concern. Sir, minsan magdagdag ka naman ng example. Ito na example. This way. So, para mabilis, we know already what is the standard form. Okay? Now, we have the center of, what's the center? 0, 0. Kasi wala naman siya ibang kasama. So, our radius is, what's our radius? The radius is 4. Why it becomes 4? Our r squared, kaya r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, isn't it? So, the value of r squared is 16. So, in order for us to get the r, we will have the radical sign to cancel the squared. So, what is the square root of 16? That is 4. That's why we have the radius of 4. So, we are going to input from the center. This is the center. Then we will be inputting up to here 4. Then up to here, and here. Nagagets na? Kung paano nangyayari? Gets na ha? Okay. This is the last one. Alam nyo na rin to. Gets na? Ano ang radius? Sige, type sa comment section. 5. Meron ng sinisenyas. Ayan, 5 na. Bibilis, no? Sige po. Uwi. This is the thing. These are some of the facts. This is just quick. I will not be like discussing, but we will be having this one. These are the facts. I want you to screenshot this one. Screenshot nyo ha. Screenshot. Okay? And these are some of the equations that you will be dealing in circle po. Now, di ba medyo complicated? Tama? Okay. Because we deal in center or yung nasa origin, yung 0, 0. The question is, what if yung center nyo wala doon sa origin? Di ba? Medyo komplikado. So, ang gagawin nyo lang ganito, makinig kayo, sige, onti na lang naman to. If you have the h and k, what is our standard form? Our standard form is r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Now, if you have h, no? So the operation here is subtraction, isn't it? Subtraction ha. Now, what is your h from the given? This is your given. What is your h? Your h will be 3. Isn't it? 3 lang. Bakit 3? Pag in-insert natin si 3 doon sa loob netong operation na to, yung positive 3 magiging negative kasi yung operation negative na. Okay? Gets? Now, this is the last equation really. Okay? Now, this is the thing. What if you just saw with an operation of positive or addition? What is it? What is your k? Isn't it? That's your k. Representation, instead of y, it becomes k. So, what will be your k? Type A if it's positive 3, type B if it's negative 3. Go. A or B? B, A, okay. B, A, B. Okay. Yes, okay. So the answer is A. Oh, question, why Sir Jai? Isn't it? Ito ha, ganito lang. X minus H, isn't it? So if we are going to substitute the value of H, we are going to substitute that one ha. Ang mangyayari sa kanya is ganito. The value of H is 3. Okay? Now, what is the value of K? It's Y minus K squared, isn't it? So what is the value of K? It's negative 3. So in this case, we have negative, isn't it? So negative to negative, it will transform as to positive. Gets na? Okay ha? So ibig sabihin, pag yung iba medyo nalilito pa rin, kumukunutan mo Okay? So if you saw positive, okay, in the given the equation of the given, if you saw a positive, more likely the center of your circle will be negative. Again, bakit? Kasi ano ba yung formula ng standard form mo? Isn't it your formula is this one? Isn't it? So, from the operation, it's subtraction. It is subtraction. So, when you have the K as negative, when you have negative and the negative, you will have a positive. So, gets na po. This is the last one ha. So, we'll just get what is the radius. Okay? So, in this part, we'll be having the radius ha. The radius is, what is our radius? Good. Antoinette, sige po. You. Regondolia. Regondolia. What is our radius? I'm sorry? 3 po. So,
3
we
po.
will have 3. Okay? And our H and K, or the center, what is our center? Sige po, Kevin, bumawi-bawi ka. Kanina ka pa wala. Sige. Go, Kevin. Kevin. Sige na po. Sige. Go. 3 and negative 3. Okay, so it's 3 and negative. So, it's alternate po ha. Wag nyo, kung ano yung nakita nyo, wag nyo kukunin yun. It's not the X, isn't it? Your H here, and this is your K, isn't it? Ang kapares ng X mo is yung H. Ang kapares ng Y mo is yung K. So, ang H mo, ito lang, wag mong kukunin yung operation. Okay? Wag mong kukunin yung operation. Pag pinuha mo yan, mali ka na. Dali ka na dyan. Okay? So, most likely half of your points is diminished already. Okay? So, if you saw positive, most likely your K is negative. Okay? That's na po. So, we do have 3 and 3. So, you will be graphing this one and we are done already. Okay? So, if you're we'll be graphing this one. So, how are we going to graph? This is your X. This is your Y. So, positive 3 to negative 3, go down. Okay? This is your center. Okay? As this is your center, okay, you will be having your radius. Paano yun? Isn't it that we said that we simply know, we could know what is our radius with their X and Y. So with the transforming of values, di ba sa increments, sinabi natin change of X and change of Y, kasi nga nag-iba yung value from the origin. So from your center, I want you to take note of this because this is part of senior high school and college po. Now, if your center change, of course, the X and Y axis of that center will be moved as well. So this will be the, hindi kita. Okay. This one. So this will be the y-intercept of your new, sabi natin new kasi bago, new center. This is your new axis, okay? Now, from there, we could now have the radius of 3. So, 1, 2, 3. This is the point. 1, 2, 3. This is the point. And as well as for this one, this is the point. And this is the point. So with that, we could now get our circle. So gets na po. Nagkakaintindihan. Nagkakaintindihan ha. May tanong. Anong tanong ko? May tanong ba? Wala? Wala. Okay. Yes po, Banton. Abigail.
Sir, how do we determine the operation sign of the HNK?
That's it ha. Because it is very crucial during our times given that one. Now, so once again, for you not to be confused, what is the operation? Again, may I just ask you what is our standard form? Our standard form, isn't it? It is r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Now, tanungin kita, ano yung operation na nakikita mo sa formula? It's
So what,
subtraction.
sir?
Subtraction, isn't it?
Yes.
This one, for the standard formula. So, if it's subtraction, so ibig sabihin, operation mo siya. Hindi siya dala-dala ni x. Hindi rin siya dala-dala ni y, ay ni h. Okay, ibig sabihin, this is x. X is different from the operation. H is different from the operation. Kumbaga, bukod siya. Bukod si x, bukod si h, bukod si operation. Now, may I just ask you, pag bukod-bukod sila, if you will be given given for h, if I will be giving you a given, no? If, for example, I told you the value of h is 5, what will be your delta x? That is delta x, isn't it? That's the formula of, ayan yung formula ng delta x, isn't it? Nag-change lang tayo. Now, what is the value of delta x? It is x minus 5. Kasi, yung h mo is positive. 5. Kumbaga, sinalpak mo lang si 5 doon. Ayun, no? Nakaganyan lang. Okay? Now, what if naging negative? Your h will be negative 7. Negative 7. So, your delta x will be negative 7. So, with that, mapapansin mo na negative 2, negative 2. So, with that, magiging positive. Gets na po. Nakaintindihan na, walang malilito. Kasi pag dyan pala nagkamali kayo, dali kayo, parang nasa long quiz yan. I just thought, really, it should be perfect. I don't know. Sa operation lang talaga. I know it's really hard and it's really confusing. No, with the operation, you should be perfect. But then, with the operation, half of your score got diminished. Okay, sa long quiz yun. Alright, but anyways, I really saw your improvement. Now, this is the thing. Before we leave, you will be having an activity, take-home activity, ha? You will be passing this one later on until this way. Let me just see this one, ha? Sige. Hindi ko muna ibibigay ito. Sige, ha? What I will be giving na lang is I will be recording myself discussing few things with the continuation with this. Maybe 10 minutes or 15, no? Then you will be taking the activity later, ha? Take home, ha? That is take home activity. Now, if I did post, no. By tomorrow na lang. Sige, para hindi kayo mahirapan, ha? Sige, ha? Okay, nagkakaintindihan. So, before we leave, may I request to everyone to please open your camera. Alright. Okay, so, ha? Alright. So, once again, let me have your smiles. Grade 10 in 3, 2, 1, smile. Alright, so before we leave, I would like to remind that it is second quarter already.